So it's semi-final time in the Supermarket Premium Lager Taste Test Championship, and we've got two lagers here. They've been out of the fridge a bit. They're still quite cold. Don't want them too cold because I want to be able to appreciate the flavours. It's the first semi-final. Let's have a little look at the table while we're there. So there's the table. So there's the first half. First semi-final, Singha against Warsteiner. Second semi-final is Krombacher against the Paulaner. So what can I say? Here they are. Singha, Warsteiner. What is the extra bit that I'm going to do? I said I want to do these kind of blind, add an extra blind element to it. Now, what I did originally was I was going to use metal tankards. I thought metal tankards, you can't see through them, absolutely brilliant. And I actually shot this video already once. But I've deleted it since because not only did they smell really metallic because of the tankard, but they tasted really metallic, and the more that they were in the tankards, the longer they were in the tankards for, the worse they tasted. So at the end of the day, neither of them tasted like Warsteiner, neither of them tasted like Singha. I did end up putting one of them through, can't remember which one it was now. Well, that's what I'm saying at the moment. And yeah, it's not happening again. I'm not doing that. That was a complete waste of time. There's no point in comparing two beers when neither of them taste like either of them. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to use these. I'm going to use some red cups. So these are big red cups. And how do I know which is which? Or how is the person pouring going to know which one's which? Well, one of them is a special branded Basic Beer Reviews red cup. If you want to purchase one of these, you can get one from our non-existent shop that doesn't exist. Anyway, I made these for the video just so that they're different, so that when the person pouring it pours them, they'll know which one they put in which, so they can tell me later. Anyway, enough of me rabbiting about everything. This is it. The semi-final is happening now. Be back in a minute. Okay, beers poured. And so far I can't see the beers at the moment because the heads are just covering it completely, so they just look like ice cream at the moment. Here's another close-up on the wonderful branded Basic Beer Reviews cup, which I just cobbled together just so there was a difference between the two cups. Let's have a see. Let's have a little smell. Hopefully this will smell better than with the tankers, because the tankers, they just both smelt just not great. So don't put your beer in tankards. That's all I can say. Let's have a smell on this one. Oh, by the way, first of all, let's show the people. Let's remember to do this. So we're going to show the people at home now which one's which, just in case you want to know which one's which. So this is which one's which. Okay, that was which one was which. Right, let's see now, because I don't know which one's which. So I'm smelling this one. Getting lemon, getting grass. Smells pilsnery. Smells very, very nice. Smells much better than it did in the tankard. Smells nice. It smells vibrant. Smells alive. Smells great. Okay, let's try the other one. Smells similar. It does smell very similar, actually. This one smells more biscuity. In fact, it smells more malty. It smells very malty in comparison, actually. So this one, in comparison to this one, is rather malty. Don't know whether that's a good thing, a bad thing, or what, but it'd be really interesting. On the smell, I don't really know. I thought this was Warsteiner on the smell at first, but now I think this was Warsteiner as well. Now, they can't both be Warsteiner. So I don't know whether Singha and Warsteiner are... There's not a huge amount of beer in here, actually. Maybe Singha and Warsteiner are similar type, similar flavour profiles. I don't know, really. Or certainly similar smell profiles. I'm going to go back on this one. Just see if there is a difference. Yeah, this one's smelling a little bit more... Possibly a bit weaker, but a bit more citrusy. So this one's a bit citrusy and a little bit weaker. This one's smelling a little bit more malty and a little bit more flavourful. Anyway, I'm going to start tasting them. Now that the heads have gone down a bit. I'm going to start with this one because it's in my right hand. So here we go. Cheers. That's nice. Nice bitter arrival. Nice finish. Very smooth. Very smooth, very drinkable. A little bit floral on the middle. Yeah, coats the tongue really nicely. Got a lovely body to it. It's not too carbonated. It's not flat. It's lovely kind of carbonation to it, that one. And I'm loving the aftertaste on it. Getting a great biscuity finish on that one. Okay, let's go on this one. So this one is different. So this one's crisper and cleaner. The finish is shorter on it, and it's kind of just moving across it quite like this one. Kind of hit at the beginning, went down a bit, and then kind of hit at the end with this lovely biscuity. This is kind of like more level across the middle. If that's the way that's the way it's coming to me anyway. I don't know whether that's the way people would describe it, or whether anyone understands what I'm on about. But yeah, I'd say this one, big arrival, big finish. This one is just kind of like consistent all the way through. The reason I'm saying things like this is because you, as far as I'm concerned, all 4 of the beers in the semi-final are the best. They're all the best. And it's all about your personal taste. So some people might say, okay, well, like for example, all 3 out of the 4 beers in the semis are all German. That's because of my personal taste. I do like German beers. I like the flavour profiles they bring. And it's clear that even when it's even when it's like blind taste test, I still prefer the German beers, okay? The UK brew Staropramen, the Pilsner Urquell, they were all really good. The Menabrea was absolutely amazing. Do you know what I mean? It's so they're all contenders for the best beer you can get in the supermarket. Okay, they are really good beers. I'm trying to think of any others that I mean, even the Budvar. The Budvar's a really good shout, really. I'd say it's possibly a little bit not as strong as some of these, but there are loads of beers, and I'll talk about this more after the final. But there are loads of beers that have been knocked out that could be, to some people, the best beer out there. Okay, the best. These are I'm governed by my own personal taste here now, and. There's a little something dirty in this one. It's quite clean in general. It's very refreshing. It'd be very nice in the garden, in the sun. Nice and cold. Let's try this one again. Let's have another. This one's got more bitterness. And it arrives with a lovely bite. And, oh, there you go. And there's that finish. It's coming in. That finish comes in, it takes you by surprise. You drink it, you think you're just left with this nice clean finish, and then suddenly this nice biscuitiness comes on the end. And I like it. I do like that. Now, I did say that about another beer. But I'll tell you now that when I did these in tankards, I got them completely the wrong way around. So I'm hoping that now I won't get them the wrong way around, but we'll see. So, anyway, prejudices aside, I'll tell you why I prefer this one. Okay, this one's got a lovely dry bite when you first drink it. In the middle, it's refreshing, it's clean, it's crisp, it's nice, and then you finishes you with a nice little clean bitterness. But then this kind of biscuity breadiness comes in right at the end and just kind of like gives you, I don't know, it's nice. It's really nice. This one's a little bit more floral in the flavour. They're both cracking beers. They're both really, really good. I mean, they wouldn't be here if they weren't. And so this one's going through. This one is the finalist, the first finalist. I think this is the Warsteiner, but if this is the Singha, I'll be really happy for the Singha because it surprised me, it confused me. Well, it didn't surprise me, but if it manages to taste like what I think Warsteiner tastes like, then A, I don't know what I'm doing, and B, the better one's going through. What can I say? I have no allegiances to either of these beers. I didn't think of Warsteiner as being a particularly world-beating beer before this taste test. All I know is every time I've drunk it, I've been really pleasantly surprised. Same with the Singha. So there you go, that's my final verdict. Warsteiner, Singha, the Warsteiner's going through. But, am I right? So, the results are in. And what can I say? But, the Warsteiner is not going through. Because, I've got to remember now which ones I said was which now, which I was just told. Yeah, that was the Warsteiner. And that was the Singha. The Singha never fails to impress. And never fails to surprise. I just remember saying how great the finish was on the Warsteiner, that I loved the finish on it. I was told that this is the way around. I could not believe it. At the end of the day, I did say that I didn't think that Warsteiner was that great a bit. That one is not as good as that one. It's just not. And I remember saying about how a Warsteiner tastes like a Warsteiner. Well, obviously that's nonsense. Well, yeah, it's definitely the same beer, but it was so hard when you just do it from paper cups. To be honest, when we did them in tankards, I got them wrong again, and the same one went through. So at the end of the day, we've done a double taste test there. I did it in tankards. The Singha was better in tankards, even though they were both absolutely vile. And we've done them in red cups, and the Singha was better in red cups. And both times I thought the Singha was the Warsteiner. Bizarre. But yeah, I didn't know the Singha had such a lovely finish, but the finish on the Warsteiner comes straight away. The finish on the Singha comes when you think there's no finish. You drink it, you think there's no finish, and I was actually searching for a bit of one of those finishes on one of these beers, because I know the Warsteiner had a lovely biscuity finish. The Singha has got a cracking finish that comes later, comes when you think it's all over. And then it comes, well, I thought it was all over. It is now for the Warsteiner. Goodbye. So that is going to be interesting, because that means in the final we're going to have one German beer and one beer that's not German. So that'd be nice, better than having two German beers in the final. Makes it look a little bit less biased. So yeah, Singha. Well, I knew this one would get a long way. It's one of these beers that I always put it up there with like Asahi and even Cobra, and you know that Sapporo, whatever it is, and all those other beers from round like China way. And at the end of the day, it's really not. It's in a class of its own, I think, Singha. It's a really good beer. And, well, could it go all the way? We'll do the other semi-final, and then we'll see how that goes. The final is going to be different again. Well, sort of different again, really, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Thanks again for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Second semi-final will be coming at you soon. Singha's through. Warsteiner's out. What more can I say? Nothing. Until next time, have a good one.